Hello and welcome to Open Line. I'm Starlene Stringer. Irving has a lot of options for students interested in learning. As a new semester is set to get underway, we are focusing on higher education in this segment. Our guests are from Northlake College. Shonda Floyd is the Executive Dean of Liberal Arts and Tim Samuels is the Executive Dean of Workforce Education. I want to thank you both for being here. And I want to start with you, Shonda. Let's start with when someone meets you who's never been to Northlake College, what do you tell them to give them an idea about the college?
Well, I tell them about a lot of opportunities that we have for students. There are really so many things that you can find to do at Northlake. In my area, I tend to lead people towards exploring academic options. There are lots of programs that they can go into on the academic side that will yield an Associate of Arts degree. There are also programs and courses that they can take that will allow them to see what they're interested in. So whether it's a program or a course in history, whether it's art, whether it's even a dance course. I try to encourage them to just explore what we have right here in Irving so that they can gain some experience with college and also understand what might be available to them in terms of workforce and career.
Wonderful. And Tim, I know Northlake is part of the Dallas County Community College District. So what does that mean to students?
That we're one of 7 independently accredited colleges throughout the Dallas County area. In fact, one of the largest community college districts in the nation. And what I would hope it would mean to the students is that not only do you have the resources that you can take advantage of from Northlake College, but you really do have a wealth of resources throughout the entire college district.
I see. And back to you now, I want to ask you about the body, the student body itself. What does it mostly consist of? Is it students that are straight out of high school? Is it local students? Who's mainly there at Northlake?
Well, they're local students in terms of largely from the Irving area. However, 70% of our population is non-white or non-Caucasian. We like to tell students and just anyone that we meet, we are in the most diverse zip code in the entire nation. So our population is reflective of that. In terms of who goes to school, our average age is about 25. So that isn't that traditional student right out of high school. We tend to find people who have had some work experience and then they're coming back to gain a credential, to gain a degree, or perhaps even just to gain some skills that will make them more marketable in the current job that they work in.
I see. And so about how many students enroll each year?
In the fall, our enrollment is around 11,000, but if we do the annual enrollment, we hover about 17,800 students a year. So it's quite a population, and that's in multiple academic programs. Tim might be able to speak more to our enrollments on the CE side.
Yeah, because I was going to ask you, Tim, what kind of trends you're seeing in growth?
Well, that's an excellent question, and to piggyback on what Dr. Floyd has commented on, so you're talking about 17.5, 17.8 on the credit side. But in non-credit instruction, we will see roughly unduplicated headcounts that will exceed 15,000 students a year. So you combine those, you're in excess of 33,000 students that we're impacting and providing services to.
Wonderful. So, Shonda, tell me about some of the signature programs at Northlake.
Well, really excited right now because we're growing in lots of different areas, and one of the biggest areas is dual credit. Our enrollment has really jumped up, particularly in the urban population. We went from offering about 137 classes to courses to offering about 437, serving that many students, 137 students to serving about 475 students. So that's about a 43% increase in growth, and we're really proud about those Irving students in particular because they've touted 85% success rates.
Wow.
That means people who have enrolled in dual credit have been capable of achieving A, B, or C and completing those courses successfully. Overall, for all of Northlake, not just our Irving students, we have also had some growth. We've served about 975 students as opposed to last year this time when it was only roughly about 400. So we're really growing, really trying to increase that program because nationwide, literature says and data says that students who enroll in dual credit, which means they're still in high school, but capable of gaining a college experience, not just through taking a test, which is what AP offers them, but through experiencing a college course, a college professor, and learning some of those soft skills about how to navigate college life. How do I talk to my professor? How do I engage with the dean before they get there? And we're having success with those students. And that program really feeds very nicely. It used to be that we offered just a lot of courses and students would randomly take things, but now we're being more directed as a result of another signature program, and that's our Texas Pathways, or Guided Pathways to Student Success. And as a result of that program, we've really carved out different signature course certificates, course degrees that students can enroll in right from high school, staying aligned with their endorsements that they select in 8th grade, and able to complete an associate's degree at the same time they complete their high school diploma. So it's really a wonderful experience.
It sounds wonderful. And I see you nodding your head over there, Tim. What would you like to add to that?
Well, just on I had the outstanding privilege and tremendous opportunity to serve not only credit students through the pathway of an Associate of Applied Science, but also on non-credit. So I get the full blend of a potential college student. And where we're seeing growth, and we've experienced about a 5% increase in our credit awards on the career and technical education side, and most of that has been in the areas of accounting and business, our flagship program, which is Cisco networking. Construction has been huge for the college and for the community, as well as electrical construction, electrical technology, and I heard you, Starling, talking about video a while ago, so our video technology is doing extremely well. And we've been able to experience about a 26% increase over the past year in our non-credit instruction, with a great majority of that being credit to our ESL, English as a Second Language. And Dr. Floyd has already spoken to the diversity of the college, and we're seeing that on the non-credit side.
Wow, so there's a lot going on, and it all sounds great. For those listening right now and they're saying, hey, I want to enroll, I want to sign up, what's the step to do that? What steps do you take to enroll, and is there still time for this fall?
There's absolutely time to enroll. We will be enrolling individuals all the way through August 20th for our fall term. They should come to the college. They can go on our website and access an application, but we're truly here. There was even an effort that we had recently at our South Campus. So my advice to them would be to go to our website, to come on campus. We'll be there to help you. We're waiting with open arms. We're truly here to serve the community.
Wonderful. And you touched on some of the programs, or you mentioned dual credit for high school students. What are some of those programs you offer for high school students?
Well, in my area, it would be traditional academic paths. So we have pathways that lead to an associate in arts degree. So students would be able to take a lot of those freshman and sophomore courses, those core classes that they need, again, in order to obtain that credential of an associate's degree, but they would also be able to go on to a 4-year institution and then complete their baccalaureate degree, having done those first 2 years at Northlake. Again, why it is so nice is because it gives them that experience of being in college, in a college course. The rigor is there, but I like to say the safety net of home is still there. So while you're trying to navigate a college course, you aren't in a completely new environment. You're still at home with mom and dad. You're still able to talk to teachers and get support that you might need. And in particular, I do want to note that our Irving students that enroll in dual credit are experiencing around an 87% success rate, while Northlake students overall in dual credit, just about a 70% pass rate. Why am I highlighting that? It's because of the great infrastructure and support. We've really developed what we call an academy model with Irving that's working, and it's working largely because we have a lot of interfacing with the students, with the administrators, and we work together. So it's a truly collaborative effort that I believe you can see in the success rates, why we are being so successful, because we work together with Irving ISD, their students, their administrators, to make sure the programs are meeting everyone's needs.
Love it. Tim, tell me about the special training opportunities for business and industry.
Starling, thank you for that question. We have such a great opportunity to really work closely with business and industry and do what the nation is calling to do, and that's closing the skills gap of America. And from President Obama down to our chancellor and to the campus presidents, that's a focus for us as an institution to work closely with our community partners so that we can develop customized training opportunities to yield either greater productivity or bottom line in terms of its profit margins or whatever the case is, but it's really about increasing the skills of the workforce for our future workers. And We're developing programs all the time, from construction onto anything else, for whether it be project management, lean management. We do a lot of management training, a lot of information technology, and different forms of that with our business and industry partners. And over the past year, we have serviced over 450 employees just in Irving proper. And so we're able to make a great contribution to help to improve the skills of the incumbent workers, but yet help to bring about new workers for the company. So it's just a matter of working with those industries and those partners and doing our due diligence and a comprehensive needs analysis, and then help them foster a plan that's going to lead to more success for the companies.
Wonderful. And Shonda, I understand there's a special program for minority males?
Yes, we have the Minority Male Initiative, and it is focused on increasing success rates and retention for the minority male population. That's a population that has traditionally struggled in higher education. And through that program, we have a companion program, if you will, in terms of a student club and organization, and they provide interventional mentorship and support throughout the year that enables those students to have a place to voice both their concerns but also their issues that come up. We do try to individualize as much as possible. That's a hallmark of community college. So we like to deal with each student where they are, and that program allows us to address the needs of minority male students. I have to say something about dual credit again, though.
Okay.
In terms of that, it's successful for every student, even minority males. We've seen great success. So that's a program that could sort of capture everyone, but everyone should know that we do have other programs that will help individual populations, like the Minority Male Initiative.
Thank you for adding that. And Tim, we mentioned the community college district itself. What are the benefits from attending a community college?
I think the benefits are vast and enormous. Number one, it's obviously very affordable, and in today's time, stretching of the dollar, it's an outstanding way to go in terms of declaring a pathway into a college. If you're going to pursue a university, you can literally still accomplish your first 2 years, which you could at a university, at a much reduced cost. So naturally, that's quite an incentive to seek out. And I think too, because of the 7 colleges that comprise the district, you have certain niche program opportunities from one college to the other. And we at Irving have, in Northlake, have ours with respect to Cisco and construction on the career and technical side. So I think as you look at where it is and what it is that you want to do in terms of career pathway, there's literally amongst the 7 colleges an opportunity to discover that at any one of the locations.
That's great information too. And Shonda, I know a lot of people are interested in recreation and activities, so can you tell me about student life on campus?
We have burgeoning student life. They're always doing something, so from lecture series to having individual student clubs put on programs. There is always something going on at Northlake. Our student services are housed in our H building, and they're very interactive, not only with the community there on campus, but with the community at large. They do programs within Irving to keep Irving beautiful. We have a new bike program. So there are lots of things that the community can get involved in, but that our students are doing. We have the Common Book that reaches out across the academic and student services sides, but there are just multiple programs. There's always something going on, and our students are vibrant and they enjoy their college experience.
Sounds like they would at Northlake. And I have to ask you, Tim, what are you most proud of about Northlake College?
I love the student life. I love the cultural diversity. I just love the mix. It brings the college campus to life. And I do think, because I came here 17 months ago, as I was being interviewed for a position, I was also interviewed at Northlake because it was an opportunity to really understand the culture of the institution and its commitment to education and completion, and the leadership is sound, and it's certainly where I wanted to go to continue my employment career.
Shonda, I have to ask you the same question. What do you like most about Northlake College?
Oh, I love the culture and the people. I mean, everyone is truly sincere, and it's true to me and characteristic of a community college that we're a huge family. There's true care and concern not only for the employees, but for the students. And I really feel like that comes through in each and every worker that is there and from the leadership down. So we really have a huge family that we just want to help one another. And most of all, we want to help our students obtain what they need to be successful in life.
Wonderful. Well, thank you both so much for being here. We really appreciate your time and the information you've shared.
Thank you.
You're welcome. For people interested in learning more, the website to visit is northlakecollege.edu. The phone number is 972-273-3000. The University of Dallas is a private Catholic university open to students of all faiths. It is located in Irving and has an enrollment of about 2,500 students in its undergrad and graduate programs. As we talk higher education on this edition of Open Line, we will learn more about what is new at UD. Brett Landry is Dean of the Gupta College of Business, and I'd like to thank you so much for being here. Well, I know you have a lot to talk about in the College of Business itself, and we'll get to that, but I want to start with the wider view. People that are not familiar with the University of Dallas, what do you tell them?
UD is an interesting experience because we're a small Catholic private school that really focuses on students. It's about our student experience, and everything we do is about students. So in the liberal arts programs, in the business programs, in our School of Ministry, in the graduate programs, both in business and liberal arts, it's a very student-focused, student-engaged population. Small classes with faculty that have a passion for what they teach.
I understand there's like 30 majors offered, so can you give me an example of some of those 30 majors that are offered at the undergrad level?
Sure. At the undergrad level, we have the traditional sciences, so biology, physics, chemistry, mathematics, computer science, of course, in the humanities, the things you'd expect there. A strong arts program, as well as a strong business program at the undergraduate level.
And what about at the graduate level?
At the graduate level, we have humanities, which is in the Braniff School of Liberal Arts. In the College of Business, we have our graduate programs, which is the MBA, and then specialty areas in accounting, finance, business analytics, cybersecurity, information technology management, and global business.
Yeah, and so there's also an international component to some of the programs, right?
Yes. So we have a large international student population. About 20% of our population is international. It enriches our learning experience by having so many diverse perspectives. But we also looked at doing international experience of how international business is done in the U.S. So really looking at kind of the global perspective in the United States for business.
So if you would, please describe your student body. I mean, where do your new students generally come from?
So at the undergraduate level, our majority of our students are outside the DFW Metroplex. About 60% are outside of DFW, outside of Texas. At the graduate level, we're seeing students from around the country, around the world. The graduate level, the average age is 32, so it's very much a professional MBA, Master of Science program, which differentiates it from most MBA programs that are kind of fifth-year programs.
I see. And so we mentioned that it's a Catholic university. How does that influence what's seen on campus?
So for us, we respect everyone's faith and religious beliefs. So we expect that as good stewards that we allow everyone's path to the Lord. It is a university that really welcomes dialogue and is encouraging for people to live out who they want to be.
And speaking of dialogue, now let's talk about something I know you're really proud about, and that is the Gupta College of Business. I understand it just recently opened, but I want you to take us back and really recap the history of what made it possible.
Okay, so for 50 years, this is our 50th anniversary for the College of Business, but just recently, in the past couple years, two of our alums came back and gave us the largest gift for the university, Satish and Yasmin Gupta. And that allowed us to rename the college, but also open a brand new College of Business building, SB Hall. So we were able to complete construction within a year. It is a great facility to have in Irving that allows all of our faculty and staff to be under one roof, provides learning capabilities. The largest classroom in the building is 32 seats. So it's great small engagement. There's no gigantic cavernous auditoriums there for people to get lost in. But great technology, great students experiences, and a great place for collaboration with faculty, staff, and students.
I see. And what type of graduate programs are offered there?
So there we're offering our MBA programs and the Master of Science programs in cybersecurity, information technology management, business analytics, global business, accounting, and finance, as well as our doctoral education and our DBA program.
Wonderful. And the building itself is beautiful. Can you tell us about some of the features?
So it is a LEED Silver certified building, so it's very energy efficient. That was part of our plan for it to be a sustainable building throughout the design. Very student focused. Lots of natural light. Last count, we have 6 offices in the building that don't have windows. All the classrooms have windows. The student lounge has windows. Great views of Las Colinas as well as the Dallas skyline from the building. And something that we have students come at 6 a.m., they're there at midnight, using it at all times.
I was going to ask, do you find students just coming to hang out just to be in the beauty of that building and what you can see?
From across campus. So all majors come again and hang out in the building, which is a great experience.
Speaking of a great experience, obviously the person who donated for you to be able to build that building had a great experience at the university. So how does that make y'all feel to know that you're making a mark?
Well, it's a great experience. So Satish and Yasmin both came to get their MBAs in decades ago. And while they're at UD, they came up with the business plan for their building. And they actually typed up their business plan on IBM Selectric in Braniff Hall.
Wow.
And it's one of those stories of, hey, can we use the typewriter? We like to write our business plan at night. And the normal response would have been, that's office equipment, you can't use it. And UD's response was, sure, you can use it. So their business, SB Steel International, was born on campus. So it's a great connection, and it's a great connection for students to realize that their little dreams, however small they are now, can grow to tremendous possibilities.
Wow. So today, who is the ideal candidate for the business college?
For our graduate programs, it's someone that has 5 years business experience. It's someone that is looking to expand their career. It's someone that is either looking to get more business focus or more technical focus in their career path, and really wants an experiential business program. We have faculty that have all worked in industry that are going to push the students and really engage them with what they can use today. So we tell our students, what you learn today you can use tomorrow. That's a big part of it. For students that are looking just to come through and take a multiple choice test, this is not their program. For students that want to be engaged and pushed, this is where they want to come.
So what makes it different than other graduate programs?
The experiential learning, that we really do talk about our experiences and value their experiences. That when students come and tell us about what's going on in work or experiences they've had, we don't discount those. Small class sizes and a faculty of scholar practitioners. Faculty that have worked in business but are also accomplished researchers in the areas of business. That brings a different learning experience for our students, that they really understand what's going on, that faculty can tell them the textbook's wrong because here's what happened in business yesterday. It changes the nature of the conversations.
Sure, that makes sense. So I have to ask, do you partner with any businesses or organizations here in the DFW area?
So we partner with a number of organizations as part of our corporate business program, where we include executive education for those companies as well as tuition discounts for members organizations. We also partner with a number of other groups that are accrediting bodies. So the NSA, for instance, accredits our cybersecurity program as a nationally recognized program for part of the NSA Centers of Academic Excellence programs.
So I have to ask then, if you're partnering with these people and you mentioned that the classroom size is very small, very intimate, like no more than 30 something, are the rooms usually filled? Is it like a wait list only, or do you find that you're able to just keep it steady going from semester to semester?
We have a steady flow, and our program is really a mix and match online, on ground. So it's nice that students sometimes can take courses online, can take on ground, depending on what they need for their particular needs. But it's great to not have those big auditoriums.
I understand. And I understand that something else that's really great there too is a new drama facility. Can you tell me about that one as well?
Sure. So we have a new drama facility on campus. It's really geared to what the faculty need to teach their program. It was able to be completed very quickly, which is great. So it's, again, one of our new buildings on campus. We have 2 new buildings just completed and another one getting ready to break ground this month for student services. So it's exciting times at UD.
Definitely sounds like exciting times. And why is Irving a good location, would you say?
Irving is a great location because it's close to the airport, it's close to business. I mean, you look at the avenues from Irving, it's just a natural, hub for reaching all areas of the Metroplex. So the fact that we're here makes it easy for people to find. It makes it easy for us to engage business. That it's nice for all tell students, there's the business community in Las Colinas, there's downtown Dallas, there's DFW, there's Plano, there's Richardson. There's so many great communities that are going on. You look at the development right next door in Grapevine that's going on, is just a great business place for us to be connected with all these places.
Well, for those who are really loving what they're hearing so far and they want to get enrolled, how do they get started with the enrollment process?
So the easiest way to do, we have continuous enrollment process. So you can register, we start classes 3 times a year. We take continuous enrollment. They can dial 972-721-5004 and we'll get connected with an advisor right away. They can come by the university. They can also go to DallasMBA.com and get right into the program there.
And what about financial aid? Is that offered at the campus as well?
Financial aid and grants and scholarships are available on campus.
And can they get that information from the same location?
Same location. We'll take care of everything for them.
So I have to ask you this too. A lot
Sure.
of people are interested in recreation and activities, of course. So what can you tell me about student life on campus?
Student life it varies by population. So our undergrad population has the traditional kinds of student life and events, and of course our Groundhog event is a signature event. Those students all spend a semester in Rome. So Rome is their playground, which is nice. So sophomore year, half the students go in the fall, half students go in the spring. Our graduate students are working professionals, so it kind of varies. We're looking for other opportunities to engage them. So lecture series, chances for them to meet with and network with other faculty, staff, and professionals in the area, alumni. So it's a kind of different environment for a graduate population.
I see, and you mentioned Rome. That got me really excited, so I want
Yes.
to learn more about that. Is that a requirement of the sophomore students?
It's not a requirement. About 80% of our students go. It's a way that they can continue their UD courses taught by UD professors at our Rome campus.
I was going to ask, why Rome? So you actually have a campus in Rome?
Yes.
Wow, and so what's the difference? What do they teach there? Different courses? Or?
So it continues our humanities discussions, but it's great to be in a place where those kind of seeds of knowledge began, to be right there and talk about what happened in Rome, what happened in Athens. And they actually do take a 2-week excursion from Rome and go to Athens and visit classic Greece.
What kind of feedback do you get from students who have attended?
Students love the environment. It really puts it, you can read about it and you can do it. And doing it changes your life by going and seeing it.
I can tell, and I can see that smile on your face. So what are you most proud of about the university?
Our people. It comes down to our people. I'm proud of our faculty and staff, the kinds of people, the teams we put in place, the passion that we have towards education in the liberal arts, in business, at the undergraduate level, at the graduate level, in the School of Ministry. It's really about people that really want to be there and really want to change student lives. And that's important for us.
Definitely is important. I think it's important for anyone who's wanting to improve their education and improve their lives. So thank you for taking time out of your schedule to tell us about it. And thank you for watching. Be sure to join us for our next edition of Open Line. We'll be talking about several initiatives to help keep drivers safe on the roads. Our guest will be from AAA Texas. If you have questions, you can email them to ictn@cityofirving.org, and we'll get answers for you on the next edition of Open Line. We'll see you then.